Woohoo! And we are live in our umbraCoffee. It's episode 82, and for the first time, we are joined by Katie. Katie, why it took so long for you to join us for the
You never invited me.
Yes, we did.
We've
asked you before.
You are lying. You are lying. You were invited more than once. Cool, but let's assume that it's amazing that you are finally here. You are not here without a reason also, because we are going to talk about some activities in which you are both involved so much recently.
Yes.
And you are all looking stressed and exhausted because of those activities. I'm currently also not in my office, as you can see, and this is not a green screen replaced by something which is looking like Umbraco training material, because I'm running Umbraco trainings from yesterday to today in my hometown, Białystok, in one of the companies here. So I'm joined remotely. I haven't been following so many activities in Umbraco community this week, but Callum gathered a lot of interesting information together, and we are going to chat about what happened. But maybe let's start from this, what involved you the most in the recent week or weeks. Can you share us more about those details?
Yeah, it's been a pretty busy week,
haven't we?
Very busy.
Katie, do you want to start?
Yeah, so I mean, obviously it's kind of a year-round thing, but we are we're moving into festival season again after Code Garden. You know, it was incredible. We were all there. And as soon as that happens, I get really, really excited about the next thing that I'm going to be involved with, which is the UK Fest. So, yeah, we will have an announcement to make. I don't know if we're going to make it now.
Yeah, we can share. So we've been doing a little bit, I guess, in our circles to say that this was coming, but maybe we've not properly started promoting anything yet for a reason, because we've been busy preparing, and that is the UK Fest is coming back. It's 10 years this year, which is
it's massive.
It's going to be huge. And when we were talking yesterday, we were both getting so excited about how this is going to be, because it's going to really be a huge event, I think.
Yeah,
it's already always the second biggest event just after the Code Garden. How many people we've had the most? It was more than
300 is kind of the most we've had before. But going forward, we've got a new venue this year, which we're really excited about, and that's going to have a ton of more space so we can grow.
Yeah, we have looked at umpteen venues over the years, not just this year, but every year. And for the past couple of years, the Barbican has served us really, really well, and it was a really fun space, and it brought a lot of, especially to the 2017 event, you know, the theme, the 80s theme, that was so great. And I think, this venue this year will give us a chance to grow, and we're hoping that we want to find somewhere that we can go back to, and it kind of become the home for the UK Fest going forward, and it is big.
Exactly, and being 10 years, I think this is now. It seems like this year is the year that we're saying professionalizing it, makes it sound like we've been doing it really amateur for the past 10 years. But I think this year it's actually about really trying to stabilize and make the event sustainable, and so we continue doing great things for the community going forward.
That sounds amazing. I remember that my whole journey with Umbraco in the community started from the festival in UK in this beautiful church. It was 2015, if I remember correctly. So yeah, it's very interesting what you are saying, and especially that we all know that you both and everyone else learned a lot from other organizers during this year and all the past years, and that it's going to just make it even better and better.
Yeah, a big focus. I said about sustainability, and we've been really. I've been attending a lot of events with Microsoft about how we can make events more accessible, inclusive, sustainable, etc. And Katie, I know Katie's hugely passionate about making sure we can be more eco-friendly as well. So this year, I think we've when the website goes up a bit later today, you'll see, but we've actually put a pledge up there about all of the different things that we're going to be trying to do, and those include being more eco-friendly, but we're going to be partnering with Intertech and CodeBar to support people, underrepresented communities in tech. We're doubling the number of opportunity tickets. We have free tickets available for people that wouldn't normally get the chance to come. And just kind of all around, we want to make this a much more community-oriented event.
Yeah, I guess we can mention as well, obviously we're going to have the initial lineup announced, which is incredible already. And then we're doing something a little bit different this year. And
I don't think any festival's done this before, actually.
No.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's the first time, definitely for us. So we want to open it up to the community to have their say and kind of shape the lineup. So everyone can submit a talk, and then there'll be an anonymous vote. So you can vote on what you want to see, and then
Nice. That's a very, very good to hear, and something new in the whole approach of doing the festivals. But I'm sure that it will also help people to just see what they really want to see, not some of the talks which will be picked. And always, I know also it from the perspective of organizer, it's always hard to pick the right talks to shape the lineup and things like that. And right now it will be just shaped for people's choices, which is going to be awesome.
Do you want to this is completely out of laziness. We're doing this.
Do you want to tell it already when this process is going to be opened and when it's going to be closed? Do you know that?
We do, and you know what? We've been talking about this a lot, so why don't we just show something? Because you won't really get it, I don't think, until you've properly seen what we've been working on.
Do it.
Have a shiny, quite yellow-looking website, but this is going to evolve as the event gets closer. So this is our UK 10 website, and it will be up very, very shortly today on the UK Festival site. And we have here a place to buy your tickets. We have some sessions already announced with some fantastic speakers, including Niels and Laura and Lars. And a pretty good mix of talks as well, I think. Got some really good tech talks, but also some fantastic talks on agile and how to use your brain a bit better.
Yeah.
We have some workshops announced, and also a fantastic hackathon, which this year is going to be ran by the community pull request team, which is really exciting. And we have a fantastic new venue for the hackathon this year too. And we also have our call for speakers open, which we are going to leave open for a month. It's the last Friday of the month, and I think it closes on the last Wednesday of the month. But that will all be there. And this year we're going a little bit, I think we're kind of doing what we should have done a long time ago, and we're trying to support speakers a bit more. So we're going to offer any out-of-town speakers hotels for the event, and we're also giving coaching. So if anyone needs some help on crafting their session to get it perfect, it's all there. And all that details on the website
as well. That we don't just welcome, seasoned pros. It really is anyone can submit a talk. I did my first talk at the UK Fest, and there isn't a better crowd to have in front of you when you're feeling a little bit nervous. And that led on to me giving a talk at Code Garden, which I would never have imagined, 3 years ago. So we definitely want to see some new faces on the lineup.
Yeah, exactly. And hopefully this will, because the community is going to be deciding who gets to speak this year beyond the ones we've already announced, it will be everyone's in with a chance. Everyone's got a completely fair chance. It'll be completely anonymous when you go to decide. So that should be really good. And we've updated the Twitter with some fancy branding now, because why not?
Oh, you got it back up and running. Yeah, I did see that it went down for a little bit. So,
yeah, the lights went out.
This yellow color looks really, really cool. And you haven't mentioned that, but the venue is also revealed right now. It was, I don't know if it was public already. There.
Yeah, and it's a short walk from Old Street, or jump in an Uber or something, and it's kind of like Code Garden in that we've got a huge blank space to do whatever we want with. But most importantly, we, for the first time ever, have an evening program. So we want to really make this like an 18-hour event, so people can stick around.
Yeah. And I remember the Niels'
in it for the long haul.
Niels' messages and tweets recently about the level of involvement to organize event which is longer than 8 hours, and I know how much work it costs you and everyone else involved. So big high five for you, Rock, for everything what you've already done. And we are all, I'm telling it totally honest, I'm totally looking forward to it, and already arranging a lot of time to just enjoy the event, basically, and also to enjoy all the social activities around it and those evening sessions as well, because there is a place where you can chat with people in informal atmosphere and get the most from the event itself.
We've got some structure to the evening, so the evening's not just let's all have a drink. We've actually we're going to have some entertainment running in half of the venue, and in the other half of the venue we're actually going to have content. So we're going to have talks in the evening, which seems crazy, and maybe people might feel like they've had enough after a whole day.
I remember the Duck Fest where people were doing some stand-up comedy jokes around IT and stuff like that.
Yeah,
really
well,
cool.
This is going to be more structured. So we're going to have guided conversations, which we're calling campfire talks, and we're going to be rolling out some hot chocolate, marshmallows, a nice fire, and people can chat about some specific topics. And we're going to have a few of those. There'll be food. It's going to be a really, really cool evening.
Awesome. Looking forward to it. Thanks for sharing those details with us and with our viewers for the first time so far. And the website, you said that it will be live soon.
Yes, we really wanted to get it up just before umbraCoffee, but we had a few last-minute hitches, as you do. Don't deploy on Fridays, etc.
Yeah. We know how it is. That's live. So it's going to be live soon. That's the best answer.
Keep your eyes peeled on Twitter and the umbraCoFestival.co.uk website. It will be up in very, very shortly today.
Very soon. Cool. So, Callum, maybe let's jump to other news from this week, because other festivals are also active. We've seen that Sweden Festival released a lot of information about the event, some new speakers, and also sent. There was a blog post, if I remember correctly, on umbraco.com, sharing more details about festival in Sweden itself. It's for the first time in the new place, a new city other than Gothenburg. I know that you are going to speak there as well.
Yep, I'll be there. It's in Örebro or something. Jens tried to teach me.
Very good. Yeah.
It looks like a really good lineup already. We have some known faces in the community. Let me just share the website so we can have a little look. There's me, as Marcin mentioned, and Niels will be speaking there. We also have, I think, Pornima is going to be doing a talk. Yes, Pornima, umbraco MVP, Jacob, Anders from HQ, and then a few people from the co-organizers, Impera, as well. So yeah, a pretty awesome lineup. And I believe they've also put their tickets on sale today, 28th of June. So sorry, we didn't mean to trample on any toes.
Well, ours aren't actually up yet, so let's see.
Yeah.
Awesome. And besides festivals, there were also some predictions and announcements from the umbraco side. The main topic which you've placed on the top of our list today is the expected release of umbraco 8.1, right?
Yes. Yeah, I mean, at Code Garden, they were talking about 8.1 a lot, as if it was very imminent. And I think they hit a few roadblocks because they wanted to get it perfect, and they didn't quite appreciate the amount of feedback they were going to get about 8. So 8.1 should be released in the next 2 weeks, but that might change. They're gearing up to testing and making sure that it's ready for that.
I was also interested in question asked by Rasmus from HQ. He released a tweet with the poll, what's blocking you from doing projects with umbraco v8 currently? And a lot of answers were that people are just waiting for 8.1. So it might be really the good checkpoint on the road that it will be just released. It will be having improved changes and fixes for some of the known issues on umbraco 8, and it will help people just dive into umbraco 8 sooner and quicker.
One of the other big things that came out of this, and we'll share a link to the blog post for people that want to read it, is that HQ have extended their support of V7. So that was due to be on cloud, at least. They were due to stop supporting V7 on cloud in August. They're now going to run that till the end of this year. So, I mean, maybe that gives a little bit more breathing room for some people who are on 7 and really want to migrate, but by end of August, especially in the summer, is going to be a bit tough.
Yeah, and we've said about 8.1, and Lee Kelleher recently shared that 5 of his pull requests are merged to 8.1, which is cool and which is awesome. That it's also showing that a lot of community work is helping to shape the product, which is coming really soon, right?
Yeah, exactly. It's hopefully going to be out soon. And I know a lot of people have been putting a lot of have been contributing a lot of stuff towards it. Small little fixes from anything from small fixes up to like huge input into architectural things. Have you used V8 yet, Katie, or are you still V7ing?
We can't hear you, Katie. At least I can't hear you.
I can't, no. Technical difficulties. It happens. Yeah. It happens every week. At least one thing goes wrong.
No,
we can.
There we go.
Had
yes, you're back.
Proper hands-on project, but I would like to.
Yeah, I mean, I guess as Marcin, you said, some.
Hear me now?
Yes.
Oh, no.
Some agencies are still waiting for 8.1 before they can go ahead.
Yeah. No, I haven't personally used it. I haven't had a hands-on access. But...
What an async work by Hangouts.
Is Katie in Australia, like when I was?
Yeah. And Callum, did you see the message from Hangouts saying that it's going to be down on August 1st? We won't be able to use Hangouts anymore for umbraCoffee.
Hang on, it's down as in they're going to get rid of it, or just
there is a new product called YouTube.
I don't know, maybe it's the time difference. I mean.
It's funny. Cool. Let's try to move on, and hopefully Katie will be back when the internet connection will be synced once again. Callum, you've also gathered the new releases from this week.
Yeah, there was quite a couple. I think one of them was specifically for V8.
Yeah, it's a log viewer by my last week's guest Dan Booth. It's a Diplo Audio log viewer, which is shaped for V8, and right now it's released. You're sharing this.
This is interesting because there's a log viewer already in V8, isn't there, with the Serilog dashboard?
Yes. Yeah.
But this is going a little bit further, and it's nice to have options too.
Yep.
It's a very popular package from V7. It's installed with Cloud by default, I think, as well. So it's
and the second one was the Plumber upgrade, right?
Yeah, Nathan just tweeted that he'd done some upgrades to Plumber and also his nested contently. I think that's what it's called. Have you used that?
Yes, nesting contently. I haven't used that yet, but I've seen that package, and yeah, that's also good to have it upgraded. And the third one was the upgrade of T-commerce, the version 3.3.1 is released. So everyone who is using T-commerce probably is going to upgrade and use the latest one. That's cool. And there were some also votings and polls. I've shared one of the form. A lot of people ask me why I'm doing this question and why I'm asking what's the biggest problem and challenge. And basically, I've done it from the curiosity, and that's because I want to really help solve some issues for people in the community, and also prepare some materials and work around people's problems. So we will share this link once again in the description, because I've gathered more than 50 answers already. And I was looking to have at least 100 to make it really interesting to gather those details together. And I will share those results with everyone through the blog post probably soon. And there were also voting for Umbraco logo to be included in the font awesome. Where did you find it? I haven't seen that.
I think a few people were drumming this one up on Twitter. Say, oh, we can get this into font awesome. And it's like, even if we hit 100 thumbs up on this, it's going to be in the top 50 requests. So it's pretty difficult. It's been there since 2014. So we'll put the link below if anyone feels like just going and giving it a thumbs up for a laugh.
Yeah, and you've picked the pull request of the week.
Yeah. I know, Katie, you love a GIF, so you'll like this one.
we are all speaking with GIFs only. So
let's have a little look at this one. So I believe this comes from Mr. Marky Mark.
Yay!
And it is a Giphy embed provider for V7, and hopefully this will be in V7.15 if it gets merged. Seb has even done a very meta GIF in GIF. Oh no, it's going to be for 8.1, I think.
It's GIFception.
But it's kind of cool that you'll be able to add funny dancing GIFs to your.
I'm curious if it's not related with the work done by Paul Seal around Giphy integration and picker and stuff like that. I believe that it's reusing some of this knowledge and just having it as a composer and as a just a provider.
Yeah, I was really surprised how simple and how little code actually it is.
Yeah, exactly.
It's 3 lines of configuration, really.
Yeah, awesome.
But that means we can GIFify all of our websites.
and create GIFception. Cool. And from the other news, we also wanted to highlight a great list of Umbraco resources gathered by Heather Floyd. I was surprised that I haven't seen that yet, and a lot of people were asking me always where they can find some information even about Umbraco documentation and knowledge stuff and things like that. I was having my own list, which is really simple, but most of those elements were there. And right now, I'm totally convinced, and I will be sharing Heather's blog link to just have it all gathered together, grouped in some categories. We are also there in the news category. So if anyone would love to follow what's going on in the Umbraco community, in Umbraco contribution areas and stuff like that, it's all there. Great work, Heather, for gathering that. And
umbraCoffee even makes an appearance. Yay!
Yeah, and we were having a Twitter debate which category we should be involved in, if it should be a community or news or maybe also knowledge, because we try to share some knowledge from here as well from time to time. But yeah, that's great list of resources, and I'm more than sure that it will be very useful for anyone starting to work with Umbraco. Do we have anything else?
No, yeah, there was one thing, which was a hackathon that happened in an internal hackathon, which they got, I think, 4 contributors out of at Vertica in Denmark.
Oh yeah,
Katie will know from you're a contributor, right? I think you did a PR to some docs as part of an internal hackathon once.
Yeah.
Well,
do you have your contribution badge on our?
Yeah, I think it was a bit of a grammar update. It's up my secret. Yes,
very, very async. Who knows what? Maybe we all need to speak.
There are some internet issues on this rooftop.
I do.
It's a hard life, isn't it? Having to sit on a roof and do your work.
Yeah, or travel across the whole country and just join meetings online from everywhere.
Just don't ask any more questions.
We should edit this video and put subtitles later. On the post-processing level. Okay, that was this week. I'm coming back to running this amazing training with the great group of students, and I've recently found that it's something what I really enjoy, and same as writing code, because I really like to share this knowledge. And guys, what are your plans for the rest of the day? Deploy Umbraco UK website.
The UK Fest website will be up very shortly. That's my plan.
UK website. And Katie, if you are here in the synced way, what are your plans? Manage to get it deployed and live. And I'm more than sure that you will be back for more work related with festival and not only in other projects as well. Cool. So that's it. Katie is just confirming everything. Yeah, that's life. That's technology. We are all aware of how it's done. So yeah, Thank you very much for joining us, Katie, today. We will make sure that you will be involved and invited more than once to make it make your appearance the correct way. And we will be, of course, live from UK Festival, so we'll probably have an opportunity to gather everyone involved on the stage and chat with them using this live stream. If Google Hangouts will allow us to do it post August. Callum, do you want to add anything else?
No, I think that's all. Got plans for my weekend. I'm going to sit in the sun for once because there's actually sun here now. But I think you've both had nice sun for many months before us.
Yeah, I also plan to use some sun as well. And yeah, that's it. That's the end of the week. And of course, we will see each other next Friday. And all the links, all the materials will be there in the description. Follow us, subscribe us, give us some thumbs up, and see you next Friday.
Cool.
Cheers.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, we have